welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm just going to have a quick chat with you about what we've been up to over the past few weeks and how we're getting on with the caravan. Now we have actually been on a couple of trips. I haven't really videoed any of them because we wanted to get to grips with the caravan, learn his way round it and just be able to know how to press the right buttons and do whatever needs to be done. I will put some pictures up just to show you the setup that we had. We've also as well purchased an awning since the last video. We've got a Sun Camper Swift Deluxe 325 awning. Now it's more of a porch awning, but I would 110% recommend one for anybody that's a first-time caravanner. Now the awning that we have, it is a second-hand one. I went onto quite a few different sites. I went onto eBay, I went onto Facebook, I went onto Gumtree, I went on loads of different sites to have a look at second-hand awnings, and they were coming up quite expensive. And for the first awning, because obviously with your first awning, well, I know now with my first awning, you're working your way around it, you're pegging it and you're not sure whether you're pegging it right, and then you're coming back and looking and adjusting it, and it might take you slightly longer. And I wanted something that was fairly easy to put up, but I didn't want to pay the price for an air awning, because air awnings look absolutely fantastic, but I didn't want to pay that sort of money just for our first awning. So we've decided, we went for the Sun Camper, and I managed to get one, and it was practically brand new, which had only been used twice, and you could tell it had only been used twice, for off Facebook, and I actually only paid £100 for it. And I got the carpet, I got the skirt, I got all the pegs, and I got the poles, and I think that was everything that we got given. I'll actually put a picture just here so you can see what the awning looks like. We were really impressed with it. We were so impressed with it that we were like, we don't need anything for a good while, that is going to last us. As a family of four, it was brilliant. We got the chairs out in the awning. It was great, we loved it. And in a future video I will actually do a video of us putting the awning up and also taking it down, so that I can show you just how easy it was. And for us, never put an awning up before, ever. Not one awning has ever been put up by us. There was a few choice words said. We nearly got divorced, but we did it. And it didn't take us as long as we thought we were going to. It didn't take us long at all. So the two trips that we did, the first one we went to Blakemere Touring Park, which was in Nantwich. I think it's Nantwich, no, Northwich, sorry. Yeah, that was a really lovely park. We didn't actually have the awning then at the time. We just caravan. That was the first ever time we went out, and we really enjoyed it. And we had a few mishaps while we were out. Yeah, there was a few issues that we didn't quite realise until we got there, and it was something that, it was an experience, and it was a big learning curve for us. And I'm really glad that we did go for 2 nights to start off with, just to try things out. The first mishap number 1, was the toilet cassette. Yes, the lovely toilet cassette. My other half hates it when I say the cassette needs emptying. I can hear the groan in his voice, like he's ready to mutilate me when I say that. We realised that the magnet, or it's either the magnet or the light in our toilet isn't actually working. So we were using the toilet, and it was a bit full, and it was so full that my partner had to practically carry it to the chemical waste and yeah, he wasn't best pleased. So he, from that first off, he was like, that's it, we empty it twice a day if we have to. Well, he does, it's his job. He says he's going to empty it twice a day if he has to, morning and night. If we obviously haven't been in the caravan, then he'll only empty it once a day. But yeah, he's not doing that again, because he says it was quite embarrassing, because he was embarrassed in case anybody saw him. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't a mess or all falling out everywhere or anything, but he just said because he had to carry it, because he was scared that the handle was going to snap, it was that heavy. He was a little bit embarrassed. So that was number one. Now number two, that wasn't really our fault. When we went out on the first time at Blakemere, there we noticed that the hot water wasn't heating up. We were getting water in the caravan. I turned everything on, did the pump, everything was working fine, to a degree. But we noticed there was no hot water. We thought, so I tried to put and then me forgetting that I had to put the heater on. So I put the heater on and it tripped all the electric. And we were on electric hookup. And at first I was thinking, oh, could it be a fuse? Could it be a fuse that was causing to trip? And then I'm thinking, well, it can't possibly be drawing that much energy. And then I went on to Twitter, and I put my Twitter account at the bottom here, if I can, still new, if I can, along here, and I asked quite a lot of people, because I've got quite a lot of followers on there that are experienced. I've got new followers on there, they've got all sorts of followers, so I thought somebody might know. So I went onto Twitter and asked, and then I also googled it, like researched it, and it sounded like it was the element, a bit like when you have a kettle and the element goes in your kettle, you have to have the element replaced. Now obviously nowadays kettles, we're in a throwaway society, so somebody just normally throws the kettle away and buys a new one, whereas years ago you'd have a new element put in and your kettle would be wonderful and working, and away you go again. So somebody did actually mention on Twitter, and I forgot their name, I will have to have a look, that they thought it may be and the element had gone in it, and that it was about £165 potentially, roughly, to get it fixed. And I was like, oh, right, okay. But luckily, the dealership that we bought this caravan from, even though it's 10 years old, they've actually given us a 12-month warranty on the caravan. So anything goes wrong with the caravan in 12 months. Obviously there is some terms and conditions within that, but pretty much if anything goes wrong with this caravan in 12 months, we can have it repaired under warranty for free. So I phoned the dealership when we got home and explained the situation, and I said I think it might be the element, but I'm not 100% sure. They went off, spoke to one of their engineers there, and he come on the phone to me and said, yes, it sounds like your element, so get it booked in. So this was, I think I phoned them up on the Tuesday, which was the, what would it have been now? It would have been Tuesday the 22nd or something like that. They got it in the following day for me. They actually got it in the following day. So we took it down, left it with them, and they said, oh, we'll give you a call when it's ready. And we dropped it off on the Wednesday, and by the Monday we could pick it back up again. It was all done and it was all working, and we were like, great, brilliant, because we'd actually booked another trip away, and the next trip was at Alton. They're called the Star at Alton. Lovely little site, and we stayed there for 4 nights, and that was where we purchased the awning, and we decided to put the awning up, and yeah, we absolutely loved it. It was when it was red hot as well, so it's Monday the 3rd of August today, so we actually only came back yesterday. So yes, we got a nice tan from there, really enjoyed it, absolutely loved it. Found that we absolutely we loved the Caravan when we first bought it, but after being away in it twice now, we love it even more. We've realised how much we were missing, and I have watched videos before where people have said we've only got one regret, and that regret is not doing it sooner. And I 100% understand what they mean now, because I would recommend this to anybody. If you enjoy getting out into the countryside, or you enjoy going on an adventure and you enjoy exploring, just do it. It's absolutely, we've absolutely loved it. The kids have loved it, we've loved it. We love the experience of getting up in the morning and packing all the caravan up and hitching it onto the truck car and towing it away, and away we go. And I was a bit apprehensive at first about towing, and I can honestly tell you, me and my partner, touch wood, haven't had any problems with towing at the moment. We've taken it on some fairly narrow roads, some very precarious bends, and we've done absolutely fine, both of us. We've got a routine now where my partner's a lot more confident, because he's driven a lot larger vehicles than I ever have done, and so he's got more of the experience when it comes to the length of it. So he's more than happy to, if we go on a new site, like, because we've only been away twice, so every time we book, obviously we're going to book somewhere new every time, and he's happy to drive there. I'm doing the route planning, and he's happy to drive there to see how the roads are and what have you. Obviously I'm making sure that the routes that we go on, I'm literally, when I go onto Google Maps, I am like going from road to road to road, just to see how narrow the roads are, or how wide they are, or if there's anything in particular way, there's any roads that you can't go down or can't access, or anything like that. And we are finding that we are doing well, hopefully quite well. We haven't had any problems yet, touch wood. And so he drives to the site, and then once he's happy, because he's drove there, I then drive back, because I've seen him do it. So I'm happy knowing that once he's driven to a site, I sort of mentally, I'm quite good at remembering places and what have you, and remembering turns. I'm very good with directions when it comes to that kind of aspect of things. So once he takes us, I will then know how to get back, just from memory, which is a good thing really. And then that's giving us the experience. We've also found as well that my partner was worried about reversing, and he's getting better and better, because he practices on the drive. Sometimes he takes it off the drive and reverses it back on, which is good for us, because obviously we can put our van on the drive. I'm not so confident at reversing. I'm more than happy to unhitch it and push it on. I'm more than happy to do that. And both times that we've been, we have unhitched it and pushed it on. Obviously the last time when we went to Alton, well, when we come back yesterday, when we got there, he did actually reverse it on to the majority of it, and then we unhitched it and just adjusted it slightly. He did do the majority of it that time, which I'm really impressed with him about. But yeah, no problems with unhitching it and pushing it on. I think it's quite easy to. I was worried, thinking it was going to be quite hard, because this big giant caravan, and you try and wrestle it between two of you, but we were finding it quite easily. I don't know if it's because my other horse, a big bloke, but he we seemed to manage it really well, and it wasn't a problem at all. So that's something that we've got over as well. We've got over that hurdle. I can't think of anything else that we've come across so far. Like I say, we've only been out twice, but every time's an experience. Every time is just, I feel like, even though we've only been out twice, I feel like we've been doing it years. It feels like it's come very natural to both of us, and that we just go with it. And that each time we've been out, or each time we've towed the car, or towed the caravan, and taken it out, we've like learnt, but we feel like we've almost done it for years, although we haven't. I'll do some product reviews actually in the coming months. Not so much product reviews as in like sponsored reviews or anything like that, because I don't do anything like that. But the first original video that I did, the Caravan Essential for Beginners, I'll put a link up here somewhere. That's got quite a few different things that I actually bought, and obviously I've been able to use them, so I can tell you how I've got on with them, or well, I haven't got on with them. So I will be doing them in a future video, and I will be starting now that we've got to grips with the Caravan and we feel like we've done it for ages. I am going to start videoing more content with regards to setting the Caravan up and levelling the Caravan. I think we're experts at levelling this Caravan now, because my drive is like that, and every time we pull it off the drive and back on the drive I have to level it again, and to be honest with you, it's perfect practice. So I feel like I'm an expert at levelling already. With all the different things I've got pieces of wood, chunky wood, in my front locker for me legs in case it's out of balance. I've got me leveller, you name it, I've got it now. I feel like I'm an expert at levelling. But anyway, that's all for today. It's a bit longer than I was expected to do, but hopefully I'll get some more content with regards to products that I bought, and let you know how we're getting on. And if you liked all that, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!